In today's ever-evolving economy, where financial trends and personal wealth strategies shift almost as quickly as the latest tech fads, understanding how to grow your wealth has never been more crucial. With recent data showing that over 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, the urgency for financial literacy and proactive wealth management is clear. Imagine you're navigating a bustling city, where every turn and decision could lead you to new opportunities or unexpected challenges. That's the journey of personal finance, full of potential if you know the right paths to take. This isn't about hoarding every penny or stripping your life of joy for the sake of a bigger bank account. Instead, it's about making smart, informed decisions that align with your long-term goals and values. Think of your financial growth like a garden. It requires patience, care, and the wisdom to know what to weed out to allow your wealth to flourish. Whether it's the high-interest debt that's been shadowing you like a relentless storm cloud, or the daily coffee habit that's quietly dripping your savings away, identifying and giving up certain habits and mindsets can dramatically change your financial landscape. Let's walk through this together, with actionable advice, real-life scenarios, and the latest data to guide our path. Your journey to financial growth isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about cultivating a life rich in experiences, security, and yes, wealth. Ready to take the first step? 1. Giving up short-term mindset in a world where instant gratification is just a click away. It's no wonder that a short-term mindset has become one of the biggest hurdles to building long-term wealth. Recent studies have shown that nearly 50% of Americans would struggle to cover an unexpected $400 expense, illustrating a widespread focus on the here and now, rather than planning for the future. This short-term thinking isn't just about splurging on the latest smartphone or indulging in daily gourmet coffee. It's a mindset that neglects the future for the sake of immediate satisfaction. Imagine you're at a crossroads. One path is smooth and easy, offering immediate pleasures without any visible obstacles. The other path looks challenging, with hills to climb and distances to cover, but it's known to lead to a place of incredible beauty and wealth. This is the choice between short-term satisfaction and long-term prosperity. Giving up this short-term mindset means reevaluating those small daily decisions that add up over time. For example, consider the latte factor. Spending $5 on a coffee every workday amounts to about $1,300 a year. Investing that same amount annually with an average return of 7% could grow to over $100,000 in 30 years. It's about seeing beyond today's pleasures to tomorrow's possibilities. Adopting a long-term perspective in your personal finance journey involves setting goals that are months, years, or even decades away, and understanding the compound effect of your financial decisions. It's about foregoing the instant joy of a spontaneous purchase for the enduring satisfaction of financial security. By shifting focus from immediate rewards to long-term gains, you're not just saving money, you're investing in your future self and the dreams that person has. 2. Letting go of the fear of failure. The fear of failure is a formidable barrier in many areas of life, but it holds a particularly tight grip when it comes to personal finance. A recent survey highlighted that over 40% of Americans have not pursued financial opportunities they were interested in due to fear of failure. This fear can prevent you from making investments, seeking promotions, or starting a side hustle, potentially leaving significant money on the table. Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a diving board, and the pool below represents new financial opportunities, investing in the stock market, buying real estate, or starting a new business. The water looks inviting but unknown. The fear of failing, of losing money, or facing setbacks keeps many standing on the edge, never taking the leap. Yet, every successful investor or entrepreneur will tell you that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Take, for example, the story of a person who invested in a small startup company and lost their initial investment when the company failed. This setback could be seen as a failure, but the experience taught them invaluable lessons about risk assessment, due diligence, and resilience. When they invested in another startup 2 years later, they applied these lessons and saw a return that far exceeded their initial loss. Letting go of the fear of failure means embracing the possibility of setbacks as a step towards greater success. It involves conducting thorough research, seeking advice, and starting small to mitigate risks. Remember, the path to financial growth is not a straight line. It's a series of trials, errors, and invaluable learning experiences. By viewing failures as stepping stones rather than stop signs, you open yourself up to a world of opportunities that fear might otherwise block. 3. Stopping the blame game in the realm of personal finance. The tendency to blame external factors for our financial woes is all too common. A revealing study from 2022 showed that 35% of Americans attribute their lack of savings not to their spending habits, but to external forces such as the economy, the job market, or unexpected expenses. While these elements certainly play a role, this mindset overlooks the power we have to shape our financial destinies. Take the example of Maria, who for years blamed her stagnant career and modest salary for her inability to save or invest. It was a convenient narrative that absolved her from examining her daily $10 gourmet lunches or her luxury subscription services. It wasn't until Maria conducted a thorough review of her expenses and made some tough decisions like bringing lunch from home and cutting unnecessary subscriptions that she was able to redirect hundreds of dollars a month into her savings and investment accounts. Halting the blame game involves a candid assessment of our financial behaviors and recognizing the areas where we can affect change. It's about understanding that, while we can't control the economy or job market fluctuations, we can control our budgeting, spending, and investment choices. This shift in perspective is empowering. It turns victims of circumstance into architects of their financial future. Embracing this proactive stance does not mean ignoring the real challenges that external factors pose. Rather, it means focusing on the aspects of our financial lives that we can control. By doing so, we not only improve our current financial situation, but also build resilience against future uncertainties. Let's take charge of our financial narratives, one responsible decision at a time, and transform our financial journeys from tales of what's being done to us to stories of how we're crafting our success. 4. Eliminating unnecessary spending in an era where convenience purchases are at our fingertips. Unnecessary spending has become a pervasive barrier to financial growth. A 2023 report highlighted that the average American spends approximately $1,497 a month on non-essential items, including dining out, online shopping, and digital subscriptions. This trend underscores a culture of consumption that, while gratifying in the moment, can significantly impede long-term savings and investment goals. Consider the story of Jordan, who realized that his daily coffee shop visits, combined with frequent online impulse buys, amounted to nearly $300 a month. This revelation came as a shock, especially when he calculated the potential growth of that money if invested over time. By redirecting just half of this spending into a diversified investment portfolio, Jordan could potentially increase his net worth by tens of thousands of dollars over a decade. Eliminating unnecessary spending doesn't mean living a life of austerity. It's about making mindful decisions that align with your financial goals. This can start with small, manageable changes, like brewing coffee at home or unsubscribing from unused digital services, and extend to larger financial commitments, such as opting for a less expensive car or home. The key is to scrutinize every expense and ask, is this truly enhancing my life, or could this money be better used elsewhere? By adopting a more intentional approach to spending, we empower ourselves to make financial choices that support our long-term well-being and happiness. 5. Avoiding lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation, the phenomenon where spending increases as income rises, is a subtle but powerful force that can derail financial goals. Despite the economic ups and downs, a 2022 survey found that nearly 70% of individuals experience lifestyle creep, often justifying it as a reward for their hard work. While rewarding yourself isn't inherently bad, unchecked lifestyle inflation can quickly consume potential savings and investment opportunities, leaving little to show for increased earnings. Take, for example, the story of Alina, a software developer who received a significant pay raise. Initially thrilled, Alina upgraded her car, moved to a more expensive apartment, and started dining out more frequently. However, she soon realized that despite her higher salary, her savings rate hadn't improved. This wake-up call prompted Alina to reassess her spending habits, focusing on long-term financial health rather than immediate gratification. Avoiding lifestyle inflation doesn't mean foregoing all forms of enjoyment or upgrades in living standards. It's about striking a balance between enjoying the present and preparing for the future. Simple strategies like setting aside a portion of any raise or bonus for savings or investments before adjusting your budget for discretionary spending can make a significant difference. By consciously choosing to control lifestyle inflation, you can ensure that increases in income translate to increases in net worth, not just higher expenses. Embrace a mindset that prioritizes financial freedom and security, making intentional choices that support our long-term objectives and dreams. 6. Ditching high-interest debt. In the landscape of personal finance, high-interest debt is often the most formidable obstacle on the path to wealth accumulation. A recent study revealed that the average credit card interest rate has soared to over 20%, turning seemingly manageable balances into overwhelming financial burdens for many Americans. This kind of debt can quickly spiral, consuming a significant portion of your income that could otherwise be used for savings or investments. Consider the case of Sam, who found himself with $10,000 in credit card debt after a series of emergencies and impulsive spending. The high interest meant that even minimum payments barely made a dent in the principal balance. By prioritizing this debt and allocating extra funds towards it, Sam was able to pay it off in 2 years, saving thousands in interest and significantly improving his financial health. Eliminating high-interest debt requires a strategic approach, including assessing all debts, focusing on those with the highest rates first, and considering debt consolidation or balance transfers to lower interest rates. It's also about prevention, such as building an emergency fund to avoid falling back into the debt trap. Taking control of high-interest debt not only frees up your income for future growth, but also brings immense psychological relief. It's a crucial step towards financial independence, allowing you to redirect your resources from paying interest to building wealth. 7. Not relying solely on savings. While saving is a fundamental aspect of financial security, relying solely on savings accounts in today's economy can severely limit your wealth growth potential. With average savings account interest rates lingering below 1% in recent years, inflation often outpaces the growth of your savings, effectively diminishing your purchasing power over time. Consider the journey of Lisa, who diligently saved 20% of her income in a traditional savings account. After several years, she was disheartened to discover that her savings had barely grown, failing to keep up with inflation rates that averaged around 2 to 3% annually. This realization prompted Lisa to explore other avenues for her money, leading her to diversify her investments into stocks, bonds, and real estate, which historically offer higher returns over the long term. By not relying solely on savings, you're not abandoning the safety net it provides, but enhancing your financial strategy to include investments that can grow your wealth more effectively. It's akin to planting a variety of seeds in your garden, knowing that while some may grow slowly, others have the potential to flourish, providing a more bountiful harvest over time. Embracing a diversified approach to your finances, including both savings and investments, can significantly impact your wealth accumulation and financial stability. It's about making your money work harder for you, ensuring that you're not just saving for the future, but actively building it. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. And if you made it to this point of the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.